Hello, Taurus, and welcome back to my channel. I have to tell you, when I sat down to do your reading today, the energy was absolutely electric. I could feel something powerful brewing for you, something that's going to completely shift the dynamic in a connection that's been on your mind. Before we dive in, I want you to know that this reading is all about someone who has been thinking about you nonstop. This person has realized what they've lost, and their entire world has been turned upside down since you stepped back or walked away. The cards are showing me someone who is experiencing a complete emotional awakening, and honestly, Taurus, it's both beautiful and intense to witness through the cards. Let me start by pulling some cards for you, and I have to say, the first card that came out for your energy right now just took my breath away. I'm getting the Eight of Cups, and this is so perfect for where you are in your journey. This card is showing me that you've made a conscious decision to walk away from something that was no longer serving your highest good. You've turned your back on a situation that looked good on the surface, but wasn't fulfilling your soul. The Eight of Cups is about emotional maturity and spiritual growth, Taurus. You've reached a point where you're no longer willing to settle for less than what you deserve. This card is showing me that you've been on a journey of self-discovery and you've realized your own worth. You've literally turned your back on something or someone and started walking toward your own emotional fulfillment. The beautiful thing about this card is that it takes tremendous courage to leave behind what's familiar and comfortable in pursuit of something better. What I'm seeing here is that this decision of yours has sent shockwaves through someone's world. They're now realizing what they had and what they've lost. The Eight of Cups in your position shows that you're the one who had the strength to walk away, and that strength is now driving someone absolutely crazy with regret and longing. Now, for the person who's been on your mind, I'm pulling their current emotional state, and wow, I just got the Five of Pentacles, and this is telling me everything about their internal world right now. This person feels like they're out in the cold, spiritually and emotionally bankrupt without you. The Five of Pentacles represents someone who feels excluded from warmth and love, someone who's realized they've been taking blessings for granted. This card is showing me someone who used to feel secure and comfortable, but now they feel like they're on the outside looking in at the warmth and love they once had access to. They're experiencing a kind of spiritual poverty, a deep sense of lack that has nothing to do with material things and everything to do with the emotional richness you brought to their life. What's fascinating about the Five of Pentacles is that it often appears when someone is so focused on what they think they lack that they miss the help and love that's right there for them. But in this case, it's showing me that they now understand what they actually lack, and it's you. They're walking through their life feeling emotionally homeless, and they're finally understanding that you were their safe harbor, their emotional security. This person is experiencing what I can only describe as emotional withdrawal. They're going through their days feeling like something fundamental is missing, and they're starting to understand that something is the energy, the love, and the stability you brought to their world. The Five of Pentacles is showing me someone who's been humbled by loss, someone who's learned the hard way what they really value. Let me pull another card for what they're going through internally, and I'm getting the Nine of Swords. Oh, Taurus, this person is not sleeping well. The Nine of Swords is the card of mental anguish, of lying awake at night, replaying every moment, every word, every opportunity they missed with you. This card is showing me someone whose mind is absolutely tormented by regret and what ifs. The Nine of Swords represents the weight of mental and emotional suffering. This person is carrying around guilt, regret, and a deep understanding of their own mistakes. They're experiencing those 3 a.m. moments where everything feels overwhelming, where their thoughts are spiraling, and where they can't escape the reality of what they've lost. What's particularly powerful about the Nine of Swords in this position is that it shows someone who's been forced to confront their own shadow, their own mistakes and shortcomings. This isn't just sadness, Taurus. This is someone who's being forced to really look at themselves and acknowledge the ways they failed to appreciate what they had with you. This card is showing me someone who's going through a dark night of the soul because of losing you. They're experiencing the kind of mental anguish that comes when you finally understand the magnitude of your own mistakes. Every night, they're replaying scenarios in their head wishing they could go back and do things differently. But here's what's beautiful about the Nine of Swords in this context. It often precedes a breakthrough. This person is going through necessary spiritual and emotional processing. They're being forced to confront truths about themselves that they may have been avoiding, and while it's painful, it's also potentially transformative. Now, for their deepest feelings about you specifically, I'm getting the Two of Cups reversed, and this is so telling. The Two of Cups upright represents perfect emotional harmony and mutual love, but reversed, it's showing me someone who's acutely aware of the disconnection between you two. They're feeling the absence of that beautiful emotional bond you once shared. The Two of Cups reversed in this position is showing me someone who's desperately missing the emotional intimacy and connection they had with you. They're feeling the stark contrast between what your relationship was and what it is now. This card represents someone who's longing for emotional reunion, someone who's realized that what they had with you was special and irreplaceable. What I find fascinating about the Two of Cups reversed here is that it's not showing someone who's moved on or found that connection elsewhere. Instead, it's showing someone who's become painfully aware that what they had with you was unique. They're comparing every interaction they have with other people to what they had with you, and nothing measures up. This person is feeling emotionally incomplete without you, Taurus. The Two of Cups reversed is showing me someone who's tried to fill the void you left, but they're discovering that you can't replace genuine connection with superficial interactions. They're learning that what you brought to their life was irreplaceable. The beautiful thing about the Two of Cups reversed in this context is that it shows someone who's gained a deep appreciation for what real emotional connection looks like. They're not just missing you randomly. They're missing the specific quality of love and understanding that you brought to their life. Let me pull a card for what they want to say to you, and I'm getting the Knight of Cups. This is someone who wants to come to you with their heart completely open, ready to express feelings they may have kept hidden before. The Knight of Cups is the ultimate romantic gesture card, representing someone who's ready to pursue love with passion and sincerity. This card is showing me someone who's prepared to be completely vulnerable with you. The Knight of Cups represents emotional courage, the willingness to risk everything for love. This person has moved beyond pride and ego. They're ready to show up for you in a way they may not have before. What's beautiful about the Knight of Cups in this position is that it represents someone who's been transformed by love and loss. This isn't someone who's casually interested. This is someone who's ready to fight for what they want, to pursue you with single-minded determination and genuine emotional authenticity. The Knight of Cups is showing me someone who's ready to make grand gestures, to put their heart on the line completely. They're prepared to be the pursuer, to show you through actions and words how much you mean to them. This card represents someone who's moved past fear and into pure emotional courage. This person wants to approach you with the energy of someone who's finally understood what they want and is willing to do whatever it takes to get it. The Knight of Cups is showing me someone who's ready to sweep you off your feet, to court you properly, to show you the level of romantic attention and emotional dedication you deserve. For what's coming in terms of their actions toward you, I'm pulling the Three of Pentacles, and this is fascinating. This card typically represents collaboration and teamwork, but in this context, it's showing me someone who's ready to put in the work to rebuild what was lost. They're not just talking about change, they're ready to demonstrate it through consistent actions. The Three of Pentacles is showing me someone who's willing to approach your connection like a master craftsperson approaches their art. They're ready to be methodical, patient, and skilled in their efforts to win you back. This isn't someone who thinks a quick apology will fix everything. This is someone who understands that rebuilding trust and connection requires time, effort, and expertise. What I love about the Three of Pentacles in this position is that it shows someone who's ready to collaborate with you, to work with you, rather than trying to convince you or pressure you. They understand that rebuilding your connection will require your willing participation, and they're prepared to earn that participation through consistent, skilled efforts. This card is showing me someone who's ready to prove themselves through actions rather than words. They're willing to start from the ground up to demonstrate their worthiness through reliable, consistent behavior over time. The Three of Pentacles represents someone who's committed to excellence in their efforts to reconnect with you. The beautiful thing about the Three of Pentacles is that it shows someone who's gained wisdom and maturity. They're no longer approaching love from a place of ego or assumption. They're approaching it as something that requires skill, patience, and genuine collaboration. Now, for the energy surrounding their thoughts about you, I'm getting the Page of Swords, and this is showing me someone whose mind is constantly active when it comes to you. The Page of Swords represents mental energy, curiosity, and the desire to communicate. This person's thoughts about you are sharp, focused, and persistent. This card is showing me someone who's mentally rehearsing conversations with you, planning what they want to say, analyzing every interaction you've had. The Page of Swords represents someone whose intellectual and communicative faculties are completely engaged when it comes to you. They're thinking about you with the intensity of someone studying for the most important exam of their life. What's particularly interesting about the Page of Swords in this context is that it shows someone who's become mentally hyper-aware of everything related to you. They're picking up on subtle cues, reading between the lines of any communication you have, and generally operating with heightened mental awareness where you're concerned. This person is in a state of mental preparation when it comes to you, Taurus. The Page of Swords is showing me someone who's getting ready to communicate with you in a new way, with more honesty and directness than they may have shown before. They're mentally preparing to cut through any pretense or game playing and speak to you with complete authenticity. The Page of Swords also suggests that this person has gained new insights about themselves and your connection. They're seeing things with fresh eyes, understanding dynamics that may have been unclear to them before. This mental clarity is both exciting and somewhat overwhelming for them. For their deepest desires regarding your connection, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles, and this is showing me someone who's thinking about you in terms of long-term stability and lasting happiness. This isn't someone who wants a casual reconnection. They're envisioning a future with you that includes real commitment and shared dreams. The Ten of Pentacles represents someone who's moved beyond thinking about temporary pleasure or short-term satisfaction. They're thinking about building something lasting with you, something that could provide security and happiness for both of you over the long term. This card shows someone who's realized that what they want isn't just to have you back. They want to build a life with you. What's beautiful about the Ten of Pentacles in this position is that it shows someone who's gained a mature understanding of what real partnership looks like. They're not just missing the excitement or attraction, they're missing the potential for creating something stable and meaningful together. This card is showing me someone who's envisioning holidays with you, shared achievements, the kind of partnership that creates lasting happiness and security. The Ten of Pentacles represents someone who's stopped thinking about love as just an emotional experience and started thinking about it as the foundation for building a beautiful life. The Ten of Pentacles also suggests that this person sees you as someone who could bring abundance and richness to their life in every way, emotionally, spiritually, and materially. They're not just thinking about what they can get from you, but about what you could create together. Now, for the current state of their heart, I'm getting the Four of Cups reversed, and this is showing me someone who's had a major awakening. The Four of Cups upright represents emotional apathy or taking things for granted, but reversed, it shows someone who's snapped out of that state and is now seeing opportunities they previously ignored. The Four of Cups reversed is showing me someone who's moved from a state of emotional complacency to one of active appreciation and desire. This person has shaken off whatever was causing them to undervalue what they had with you, and they're now seeing your worth with crystal clarity. This card represents a spiritual and emotional awakening, someone who's moved from taking blessings for granted to actively cherishing them. The Four of Cups reversed is showing me someone who's had their priorities completely reorganized by the experience of losing you. What's powerful about the Four of Cups reversed in this context is that it shows someone who's not just missing what they lost. They're seeing it with new eyes. They're understanding qualities in you and your connection that they may not have fully appreciated before. This is someone who's gained a deeper, more mature appreciation for what you brought to their life. The Four of Cups reversed also suggests that this person is now open to emotional experiences they may have been closed off to before. They're no longer taking love for granted or assuming it will always be there. They've learned the hard way that real connection is precious and rare. For what they're planning to do about this situation, I'm getting the Ace of Swords, and this card is all about new beginnings through clarity and truth. This person is preparing to approach you with complete honesty and directness. The Ace of Swords represents a breakthrough moment, a decision to cut through confusion and speak their truth. This card is showing me someone who's gained mental clarity about what they want and what they're willing to do to get it. The Ace of Swords represents the moment when someone stops overthinking and starts taking clear, decisive action. This person has cut through their own confusion and fear and reached a point of absolute clarity about their feelings for you. What I love about the Ace of Swords in this position is that it shows someone who's ready to communicate with you from a place of complete authenticity. They're not going to try to manipulate or convince you. They're simply going to tell you their truth and let you decide what to do with it. The Ace of Swords is showing me someone who's prepared to be intellectually honest about their mistakes, their feelings, and their desires. This card represents the cutting away of pretense and the emergence of pure, honest communication. They're ready to have the conversation they should have had a long time ago. This card also suggests that this person has had a breakthrough in understanding themselves and what went wrong in your connection. The Ace of Swords represents new mental clarity, and they're planning to share this clarity with you in the hopes of creating a new beginning. Let me pull one more card for the outcome of this situation, and I'm getting the Six of Cups, which is absolutely perfect. This card represents emotional healing, nostalgic love, and the possibility of rekindling something beautiful from the past. The Six of Cups is showing me that there's potential for emotional reunion and healing between you two. This card suggests that the foundation of genuine affection and care between you and this person is still there, waiting to be rebuilt upon. The Six of Cups represents the kind of love that's based on real emotional connection rather than just passion or attraction. It's showing me that what you had together was genuine and meaningful, and that foundation still exists. The Six of Cups in the outcome position is incredibly hopeful, Taurus. It suggests that this person's journey through regret and awakening could lead to something beautiful if you're both willing to approach it with open hearts. This card represents the possibility of creating something even better than what you had before, because now there's deeper appreciation and understanding. What's beautiful about the Six of Cups is that it often appears when there's an opportunity to heal old wounds and create new happiness based on genuine love and respect. This card suggests that if this person does approach you with the honesty and commitment the other cards are showing, there could be real potential for lasting happiness together. The Six of Cups also represents emotional maturity and the ability to love someone for who they really are, rather than who you want them to be. It's showing me that this experience of loss may have taught this person to love more authentically and appreciatively. Taurus, as I look at all these cards together, I'm seeing someone who's been completely transformed by losing you. This isn't just someone who misses you casually. This is someone whose entire perspective on love and relationships has been shifted by the experience of not having you in their life. The progression I'm seeing in these cards is beautiful and profound, starting with your strength in walking away with the Eight of Cups, to their current emotional poverty with the Five of Pentacles, to their mental anguish with the Nine of Swords, and then moving toward their desire to reconnect authentically with the Knight of Cups and Ace of Swords, ending with the hopeful possibility of the Six of Cups. What strikes me most about this reading is that this person has been forced to confront some fundamental truths about themselves and about love. They've learned that real connection can't be taken for granted, that your particular brand of love and energy was irreplaceable, and that they want to be worthy of the kind of love you have to offer. The cards are showing me someone who's ready to approach you with humility, honesty, and a genuine commitment to doing better. They're not just sorry they lost you. They're grateful for what you taught them about themselves and about love, and they want the opportunity to show you who they've become through this experience. Taurus, your power in this situation is immense. You've already shown incredible strength by choosing yourself and walking away from what wasn't serving you. Now you get to decide whether this person's transformation is genuine and whether you want to give them the opportunity to prove it. Remember that you deserve someone who appreciates you consistently, not just when they're afraid of losing you. You deserve someone who sees your worth without needing to experience its absence first. Whatever you decide, trust your intuition and honor your own needs and boundaries. The cards are showing me that this person has learned some valuable lessons, but ultimately it's up to you to decide whether you want to be part of their story moving forward. You have all the power here, beautiful Taurus, and whatever you choose will be the right choice for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I hope these insights bring you clarity and help you make the best decision for your own happiness and well-being. Take care of yourself and remember that you are absolutely worthy of all the love and appreciation in the world.